Hello and welcome. It's the dog days of summer, but most people are still very much aware of what's going on with the United States and Canada. And my guest today is Dr. Blayne Haggart. He's a professor of political science at Brock University. And I picked on him because there's an article in the Globe and Mail which caught my attention that he wrote. The headline is, "The U.S. isn't our friend. Has Carney noticed?" Since this was written or published a week and a half ago, we still have no progress as to where we're going. So I want to put the point to you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
explain to us what's going on and your thesis that he's not our friend. Trump, I mean, he's made no bones. He's not our friend. He's nobody's friend, is he?
I don't think anyone would argue that Donald Trump is Canada's friend or really anyone's friend for sure. But for me, the issue is in the article, I'm trying to kind of square what Mark Carney has been saying, what the Prime Minister has been saying, since he ran for the Liberal nomination and his actions, because as we know, his language has been very, elbows up. The goal is distance ourselves from the United States, strengthen the domestic economy, diversify our trade. But when you look at his actual actions, especially his pursuit of a comprehensive trade and security agreement with the United States, it doesn't really kind of line up.
Can we have, you say, a comprehensive trade and security agreement? I mean, is that possible with Trump in the Oval Office?
Yeah, it would have been possible. It would, whether it's a good idea or not is another issue in any situation. But it's one of those things that it's really not possible right now because the conditions that kind of underwrote the harmonious Canada-U.S. relationship for decades, going back to World War II, they're not there anymore. And so that's a real problem.
I mean, and you're a professor, but I recall very well when Johnson was the president, our prime minister was Pearson, and Johnson literally picked up Pearson, who was a small man, by the shirt tail, held him up and said, I don't know if I can say this on TV, don't pee on our parade. He didn't use a different word. But I mean, they weren't exactly harmonious then. They were honest.
It's funny. I'm taking so when I use the word harmony, I'm actually taking it from Mitchell Sharp. This is going back almost as far as Pearson, 1972. He was the Secretary of State for External Affairs, so the old foreign affairs ministers, they'd call it now. And he wrote an article called about the third option, which is kind of like what it sounds like Carney wants to do. But and what he taught and. Sharp, one of the things, he's known as a Canadian nationalist, but his point is that anything that Canada does will depend on the goodwill of the United States, but that shouldn't really be a problem because there is such harmony in the relationship, a harmony of interest, a harmony of values.
Can we rely on the goodwill of the United States? I mean, really, when it comes down to it, as Trudeau 1 used to say, we're a mouse, they're the big elephant. They have a lot more guns than we have. But we have things that they need. We have potash, we have minerals, we have oil, we have water.
Yeah, and that's always been the case. Yeah.
So we have things to negotiate with as opposed to us being held at the mercy of the United States. So why don't we do that?
The problem is, and again, if you go back and read that original article, and anyone who is working on Canada-U.S. relations right now should go back and read it. It's even like no matter what we do, it depends on harmony. And back then, the United States was playing the long game. And I don't say that's, what they saw was we're better together and we're stronger together. The United States is stronger if you have a little give and take in the relationship. But that attitude is gone now. And that is the fundamental problem that we're facing.
The attitude is gone, but in 3 years, it's going to probably change with another president.
Will it? I don't know. I would not put solid money on it.
The American people want industry to come back to the United States, which is what Trump is promising with his tariffs. But they don't dislike Canada. They don't dislike Canadians. You hear the stories of all the border towns, all the border states. I mean, we get along well with Americans.
Yeah, and actually the tight relationship, personal and economic, has been one of the things that has essentially kept the United States, has checked the United States from basically going, we'll nuke you if we don't get everything we want. The problem, though, is that Donald Trump and the United States itself Donald Trump's an authoritarian. He's dragging the United States towards authoritarianism, and the politics of democracy via authoritarianism is different from democracy working with democracy.
I'm going to take you on that one because when you're talking about authoritarianism, I'm going to argue. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back. I'm going to say Canada is going that direction. Where's Parliament? We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. Are we a democracy or are we going to become more authoritarian? Blayne Haggart is going to be joining me.